How about this? Taiwan is not ready for an attack by China, and that is according to analysis in the leaked Pentagon documents. Pentagon evaluations found Taipei is unlikely to effectively counter the Chinese military's air superiority, with Taiwanese officials questioning the island's ability to detect missile launches from China. The Washington Post also reports the assessments found that the People's Liberation Army's use of civilian ships has weakened our own ability to detect an attack on the island. So Taiwan can't defend itself, and we might not even know it's being attacked. Let's get into this with retired U.S. Army Lieutenant General William Boykin, who also served as Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence during the George W. Bush administration. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Well, good morning to you. I'm glad to be with you.
So this is certainly very disturbing. These documents make Taiwan look like an absolute sitting duck. Does that sound right to you?
No. I think that what they're forgetting is that ever since the foundations of Taiwan, they've had only one enemy, and that's been mainland China. So they've had all of this time to prepare. And the second thing is, they are one of the most high-tech nations in the world. So I think that everything that they could bring to the table is more substantial than probably these documents are actually indicating. And when I was a young officer in the Army and over in the Pacific there, we had a huge advisory unit there in Taiwan. They had their own airplane and everything. So we have been training with them and advising them for a long time, and I think that they're probably more ready than we think. But the reality is China still has nuclear weapons. China still has a huge army. So there are things that we should be concerned about, but I don't think that I could possibly agree with the statement that they can't defend themselves.
So that is the island of Taiwan itself. But what about our ability to detect that China is attacking Taiwan and our ability to help them? Because these documents also say that that is compromised.
Well, it depends on what kind of attack that they're talking about. Obviously, we will know right away if they attack Taiwan, if they go in with airborne troops or if they go in by sea with amphibious troops. We're going to know that. And the command there in the Pacific, the U.S. command in the Pacific there, has also had a long time to prepare for this. And this is one of the main things. Indications and warnings is what it's called. And we're set up now, I think, in a pretty robust way to actually be able to know when if there is a Chinese attack. And it may not start as a kinetic attack. It may start as a computer attack or something that is not lethal initially until they are into the next stage of it. And then I think it would be clear to the whole world of what they're doing.
Well, I certainly hope you are correct. It makes me feel a little bit better to hear you say that. Although some would say that China is already invading here. I mean, we've got secret police stations with spies set up in New York City, according to prosecutors there. You have TikTok stealing information. You have this Chinese spy balloon that is gathering information. You have the Chinese government making land purchases in this country. What do you make of the fact that our governments and our economies are so intertwined, and yet we are so hostile with each other?
Yeah, you know, I helped co-author a book with Ambassador Pete Huckstra, who was in the Trump administration, and we call it the Chinese Communist Party is at war with America. You said it. We are at war with the Chinese, and that's because they've declared war on us. And some of the things that they're doing, and this police station is the most bizarre and unacceptable thing that I have seen the Chinese do. And it is time for America to start showing some grit. It's time for us to start showing them that we are simply not going to allow them to do many of the things that they've done in the past.
All right, Lieutenant General William Boykin, thank you very much for that input. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.